Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. Sorry about this light, but I'm not going to complain. It's the sun and it feels nice out here. What I want to talk about is, what are you putting back for your grandkids? What are you putting back for your kids? What's your investment strategy? I'll be honest with you, I'm not big into stocks and bonds. I'm big in being debt-free. I'd rather be debt-free than having a lot of stocks and bonds. But I want to tell you, you need to plan for your future. You just can't say, well, I'm a prepper. I'm not worried about the future investments and living. Because you could live to 80 years old and nothing drastic happens. And you need to be ready for that. So there's a fine line. And you need to find your line that you balance being prepared for retirement and being prepared for SHTF, being prepared for anything, be it job loss, be it catastrophic natural disaster. You have to prepare yourself and find out what works for you. So I'm not just going to tell you what works for me. What works for me, it might be totally different. And you say, Dave, you're crazy. Let me show you a few things. And I'm preparing now in a lot of aspects for my grandkids. I've already taken care of my kids in the sense they're going to have tangible items that are valuable, and if they're not SHTF, they can still use them. Let me show you one. Now, I don't know if you can see that with that sun. It says TP 12 double rolls, January 2010, and I've showed you opening these up. These were stored in the attic. They're perfectly fine like the day I bought them. So we're looking at 12 years. I have no idea. My biggest mistake is not putting the prices on some of these items. I wish I did. I really do, so I could see what they are. This is January 2022. I guarantee you I paid a lot less for these. Some of the 4-packs I remember buying for $1.49, but no idea what I paid for these. So this is 12-year-old toilet paper, and that's what I'm saying. In 12 years, my grandkids will be 16 and 18. So they're going to really want some of these right here. And I'm putting these back. I'm going to show you what I'm doing specifically for my grandkids and how I'm storing these. Because I enjoyed, when I was young, 14, 15, 16, all those ages, I enjoyed planking, and I planked a lot. I did some studies on the Great Depression and 22 long rifles, and I found it very interesting in a lot of the readings I've been doing is that some of the stores would sell 22 long rifle individual rounds, and just like a 30-30, you could go in there and buy 3 12-gauge bird shots. But a lot of the things that got my attention was 22s, you might get 2 or 3 rounds and you go out and hunt, and that hunting during the Great Depression was for food. And a lot of the guys said they better bring either the round back or a squirrel, a rabbit, something to show for that round, because it was that valuable. So I'm putting these back now. My son's taken care of, but these are for grandchildren and future grandchildren. And I'll show you how I'm wrapping these up and storing these especially for them. Because you might say, Dave, you're going to say that for 10 years, 12 years? Why not? Look right here. I sell toilet paper for 12 years, and it's as good as when I put it in there. I bought this last night, 21 and change, so $22. So let me tell you, in 10 years, what would you rather have? In 10 years, would you rather have this box to give your grandkids or give your kids, or to actually maybe you need it yourself to use? Or would you rather have this $22 in Federal Reserve notes? 10 years from now, what do you think is going to have value? I'm leaning to this side, but you don't know. So plan accordingly for every possibilities. That's why, do you have any silver? I'm going to do a video just on silver and gold and my take of silver and gold, and explain what I'm doing with silver. But these are probably closer to $30 if you bought one right now, had it sent to your house. What's going to be more valuable in 10 years? You know, $30 worth of Federal Reserve notes, $30 worth of 22s, or one of these. And no one knows the answer. And if anybody says they know the answer, run from them. They don't know what they're talking about. No one knows the future. Maybe in 10 or 12 years, my grandkids will open this one that's going to be bucketized and say, thanks, I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys putting stuff back for us. I might not be around in 10 or 12 years. And hopefully they're going to have basics. That's also tools. And then go along with tools, you got to train them to use those things. So I'm at the point in my life that I'm thinking grandkids, grandkids, grandkids. How can I make their life easier? How can I give them something that I had plenty of in my days to enjoy plinking for hours on end? I want them to have that same fun. Now, granted, for them, they might only be plinking 4 or 5 rounds, and that's a luxury, just like it was during the Great Depression. Some of the people said they never went plinking. Each round was taken very serious, wasn't wasted on plinking. One guy wrote that his dad actually gave him 1 extra round that he wasn't accounted for, that he could have fun and shoot at whatever target he wanted to. 1 round. Most of us, before the craziness with not getting able to find 22s, you go out and shoot 300 or 400 rounds in a Saturday easy, and I know some guys shot a lot more. So I want my grandkids to have that ability to shoot. Maybe not at the rate I shot because of crazy inflation and crazy times, but I want them to have that feeling of, hey, let's go burn 50 rounds and have some fun. So what do you think is going to have value in 10 years from now? Would you rather have this, some Federal Reserve notes, maybe a Liberty silver dollar, some toilet paper? I don't know the answer. What's your thoughts? Thanks for watching.